In this example, we have two triangles that are 45, 45, 90s, and we need to find the missing sides. Well, in A, we know that one leg is 5, so that tells us automatically that the other leg is also 5. The hypotenuse being 5 root 2, so being x root 2, would be 5 root 2 in this case. Finding the lengths when we know one of the short legs is easy. In B, we get a little more difficult because in B we know the length of the hypotenuse. What we know is that the hypotenuse in a 45, 45, 90 is x root 2. The hypotenuse in this case is 12, so we know that 12 is x root 2. And to solve for x, we need to divide both sides by root 2. So what we get is that x is 12 over root 2. But this is a situation that we can't have. Why not? Because we have a root sign in the bottom of this fraction. So we actually need to account for that. Think back to the work we did with radicals a couple of units ago. We need to have that root sign in the top only and not in the bottom. So to accomplish that, we need to multiply the top and bottom by root 2. Root 2 because that's what we have in the bottom. So on top, we have 12 times root 2, which is 12 root 2. We can't combine those. The 12 is outside a root sign. The 2 is inside. On the bottom, we can multiply those together since they're both under root signs. So we have root 4. Now this doesn't quite eliminate the root in the bottom. We need to simplify it. So 12 root 2 on top, and on the bottom, square root of 4 is 2. We do have a little bit of simplifying we can do. The 12 and the 2, both outside root signs, can simplify to a 6 and a 1. So the final answer for this side is that it is 6 root 2. We have a 30, 60, 90. It's a little more difficult because we don't have two sides that are identical. We have to know which side we have. Well, the hypotenuse in this case is y. That would be a 2x side. The short side, labeled x, and the long leg is 12. What we know with a 30, 60, 90 is that the long leg is x root 3. Long leg in this case being 12. So 12 equals x root 3. Divide both sides by root 3 to cancel that off. And we get that x is 12 over root 3. Similar situation here to what we dealt with the 45, 45, 90. We have a root in the bottom that we can't have. So to fix that situation, we'll multiply top and bottom by root 3. On top, 12 root 3. On the bottom, we have root 9. We can simplify that root on the bottom, so 12 root 3 over 3. The 12 and the 3 can cancel to a 4 and a 1. We get that x would equal 4 root 3. I'm just going to label that on the triangle here. Finding the hypotenuse now is relatively easy. We know that the hypotenuse side in general is 2x. We just found x. It's 4 root 3, so the hypotenuse would be 2 times 4 root 3. Simplifying that, we can multiply the 2 with the 4, so we get that the hypotenuse is 8 root 3.